We're going to talk about self-care in matters of divorce. One of the reasons why I want us to talk about this is because many times in the church we don't talk about divorce, and we sure don't talk about divorced people. So often in the church it appears that we only look to the nuclear family, people who've married their first time, that have 2.3 children, middle class, and those who are single, those who are widowed, don't feel like they fit in. And oftentimes people who have experienced divorce, both guilty party, innocent party, as we say sometimes in church, both sides really don't feel like preachers or churches appeal to them or talk to them or even want them anywhere around. And so I think it's important that from a biblical perspective, we look at some issues about divorce and we talk about how people can survive this traumatic event. And so let's talk about self-care. If you find yourself in a situation of a divorce, what do you need to do to take care of yourself? What is it that God would want you to do in order to be better? Well, first and foremost, as you find yourself in this situation, you've got to learn to break up gracefully. You may not want it to end. You may not have played any role in the end of your marriage, but if you find out it's going to end and you find divorce is coming, do what you can to break the fall as much as you can. End it gracefully. Make it a smooth thing. Don't be full of resentment. As much as you can, try not to be a victim. Don't try to win the competition within the divorce court. There's no winners in divorce. Sometimes there's people who hurt more than others, but there's no winners. We'll go through stages. You remember those stages that you studied in school about grief, acceptance and denial and those sort of things. There's stages to divorce. Oftentimes the first stage is denial. We think, that would never happen to us. That would never happen to me. I'm too good. How about the negotiation? Hey, if you'll just do this and we can be married, I'll let you do whatever you want to do. There's a revenge. I'm going to get you back. There is the acceptance. And many times later, after the divorce, there is the flourishing. When you finally get your life back. So those are the stages. You'll go through denial, negotiation, revenge, acceptance, and flourishing. How do you care for yourself during the divorce? Talk. Talk, talk, talk. Oftentimes, post-traumatic stress patients who have experienced that in war and other counseling situations have learned that one of the best ways to deal with a traumatic situation that you've just faced is to talk. Tell your story. Share with other people what you're feeling, even when it doesn't seem to make sense. Find people that you can talk to. Now, be careful who you talk to. Don't find somebody who's going to gossip and going to say everything that you just said. But find somebody who can listen to you be crazy and irrational, who can listen to your negative feelings, who can hear exactly what you need to say. Find friends. Find family. Find a therapist. Don't talk to your children about what you're going through. Don't try to get them on your side. But recognize the importance of social events, being around people. That's why the church is so important. It offers a family for you to be a part of. Thirdly, self-care in a divorce. Give yourself time. This is not something that's going to be recovered from in just a few days. It's not something that's going to be recovered from easily. Trauma is subjective, not objective. An objective thing is something which can be measured, which is the same for every single person. A mile is the same for me as it would be my neighbor. Divorce is not that way. When a person's going through a traumatic event in their life, it's subjective. Everybody faces it differently. Everybody gets through it differently. And everybody is a different person on the other side. So give yourself time. Hurrying back and acting like you're normal, it's not going to work. You've got to heal at your own pace. Number 4, when you are in a traumatic event, simplify. Do everything you can to make your life more simple. Create a daily routine. Work on getting up the same time every day. Work on going to bed the same time every day. Don't allow chaos to be in your inner life and outer life. Whatever you can control, try to control it. Make routine to be very, very important. Sleep at least 8 hours a day. Eat healthy 3 meals a day. Eat of the 4 food groups. Go on a diet that brings up health. Avoid sugars, avoid carbohydrates, things like that. Exercise every single day, even if it's just walking for 20 minutes. Be outside if it's possible. Go back to a routine. Journal if that's something you like to do, because it's amazing when you get to the end of the journey to look back and see where you used to be and to see the growth that's there. Closely related to that, we discussed a little bit, exercise. Your body will feel better if you move. Your body will feel better if you take care of yourself. Get outside. Look at the lakes. Look at the streams. Look at the mountains. Look at the deserts. Look at the ocean. Get outside and see God's nature. It lowers stress, lowers anxiety, produces positive hormones. At least 20 to 30 minutes a day, get out and move. That will make you feel better and help you to make better decisions. Number 6, self-compassion. Understand that you're created in the image of God. Understand that you're growing. And give yourself space to not be perfect. Give yourself space to not do everything perfectly. So many times when we go through trauma, we look for ways to blame ourselves, to say what we've done wrong. Each day, say something kind to yourself. Find something that you can compliment about yourself, not just your appearance or not just something like that, but why are you a good person? Look for that goodness in you that God sees and recognize that you're made in God's image and be graceful to yourself. Number 7, find a good social group, a church. Find good, godly people who will be there. Isolation is so dangerous. It amplifies any negativity that you might have. Go to counseling. Therapy is a good thing, and it will help you through the situation that you're in. Number 8, move ahead. Don't live in the past. It's hard to imagine a future when you go through a situation like this, but develop goals. They may just be a month away. They may just be 6 months away, but develop short-term goals, long-range goals of who you want to be. Be careful not to rebound into a new relationship for at least a year. Be careful to be moral in all the decisions that you make. Don't let the hurt, don't let the pain, don't let the anger cause you to justify things that you shouldn't do. Move ahead, and move ahead in God. And that's number 9. Get right with God. Maybe this is the wake-up call for you to truly be spiritual. Maybe this is the opportunity for you to make things right. That's the ultimate self-care, is to be a Christian, to get yourself in relationship with Jesus Christ. He's offered us abundant life. He's offered us peace so that we can be with Him forever. Now let's look at those 9 things. Self-care in a divorce. What should you do? Try to break up gracefully. Try to make it as smooth for all people involved as it possibly can be. Talk. Verbalize what you're feeling. Give yourself time. Go back to the basics. Simplify. Exercise. Show self-compassion. Find a social group, especially a church. Move ahead in life and get right with God.